One thing I'd actually like to share, which I didn't get around to when I was talking about sounds, is also thinking about, sustain. I know that sounds weird, but I think I definitely got into a route in my drumming where I got obsessed with gear, and I was like, I need, I'd watch mycymbal.com all day, and I like, what's the most buttery ride cymbal I can get, or all this. But as I showed earlier on, sometimes the best sound is your crappy beginner hi-hats. But yeah, one of the things I've noticed is, as a rock drummer primarily, even though I wasn't really playing any rock today, but yeah, I would always play the hi-hats like this. I'm sure you guys are the same. But that's not always the right sound. So say, for example, if you want a tighter, more electronic sound, it's actually a better approach maybe to play with the tip of the stick, Or, maybe the track doesn't have that lobe to it. Chaka, chaka. Maybe it just has, straight, all edge of the stick. And then that brings me to the ride cymbal. So I want to show you a way maybe you can get closer to a particular sound by, just dampening your cymbal. So I remember once I was playing this groove, and it was a kind of hip-hop sampled groove with a really, articulate ride cymbal that didn't have a lot of sustain, just ting, ting, ka, te, bu, bu, do, ka, te, And, if you play it with your standard ride, it would sound something like this. But something as simple as throwing some moon gel on your cymbal, now you're going to get the feel across that, the artist might be more happy with. So I'll show you what that will sound like. So hopefully I came across, but younger me would go, please do not dampen, my hand-hammered ride. No, that's a travesty. But for the track, maybe it grooves harder.
Yeah, we're sat here like it's sacrilege. Don't put the bujo on there.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
You know what? What's interesting, Donald, is the fact that so many of us would be quick to think, oh, it's a hardware problem. We need to go out and reinvest in some more gear. We need to go get the shiniest or particular FX cymbal that's going to produce that response to that sound. But today's takeaway for me is walking away knowing that you can pull so much more out of your kit just by trying to think from a different perspective. You're able to get an entirely different sound, even from the way the kind of stick grip technique, positioning on the hats or the ride. It just puts together an entirely different sound, and almost it's like it's personal what your kit is, what your sound is. But when you're able to do that to satisfy the needs of the client, obviously to make you a far more employable musician, but also it actually gives them what they want in what they look for in the sound.
Exactly, same groove, same everything, but a drier sound or a more sustained sound is going to give you a different feeling,